Okay, let's go.
Welcome to the lobby! Just hang out until we get enough people.
I'll knock them out with a smile. I'll knock them out with a smile. Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself? My eyes! Shall I introduce myself? Ignite! Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself?
I'm Toga!
Shall I introduce I'm like the hand crusher. I hear you're a target. I'll freeze you! Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself?
I'm Toga!
This is bad! Shall I introduce myself? Close range! Push through! Back off! This is bad! Freeze! I don't think so. Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself? I'm like the hand crusher or something. You cold? Shall I introduce myself? I'm like the hand crusher or something. Give it up. Seriously? Shall I introduce myself?
I'm Toga!
Shall I introduce myself? I don't think so. Shall I introduce my... Damn, I think you're good. Iceberg. Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself? I'm like the hand crusher or something. I'm like the hand crushers. I'm like the hand crush. Shall I introduce myself?
Pick somewhere, anywhere! Good! You chose your position!
I'm already fired up. You cold? I'll knock them out with a smile. There, stay back. I'll take it. Level up.
Whoa! Someone got knocked out quick!
Hey, level up. Shall I introduce myself? Follow through. Shall I introduce myself? Oh, level up. My ice. Hey. I'll take it. Level up. Hey. Much better. Shall I introduce myself? I'll take it. Level up. Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself? Level up. Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself?
Battle's about to go hard!
Push through! Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself? Hey! Oh, this? I'll take it.
Only half a minute. Item box appeared. Finders keepers.
Oh, this?
Level up.
Heyo! The
Level
safe
up.
area changes in
Shall I
30
introduce
seconds.
myself?
Be a good hero and hustle.
Shall I introduce myself?
Level up. You cold?
Shall I introduce myself? I'll take it.
Level up.
Shall I introduce myself?
This is bad.
Yeah, thanks. Shall I introduce myself?
Iceberg.
Hey! Oh, this?
Level up.
Think you're good?
Level up.
Hey,
I'm ready.
I'll take it.
Level up.
Shall I introduce myself?
Item box appeared. Finders
No,
keepers.
with my work. Fireball. Back off.
Shall I introduce myself?
Incinerate. I'm burning. Push through. Out of my way.
New safe area established. If you're not in it, what are you doing?
Level up.
Shall I introduce myself?
Back off. Level up. I'll skew it. Push through.
There.
Back off.
The safe area moves in 30 seconds.
Oh,
I
this?
repeat, 30 seconds.
With my quirk. Level up.
Much better. All healed. Shall I introduce myself? Hey! Shall I introduce myself?
Level up.
I'll take
Level up.
Shall I introduce myself? Oh, this? Shall I introduce myself?
And that's
Level
the
up.
new safe area. I'll warn you when it's gonna move.
Level up.
There.
Out of my way.
There's an item box. Move quick or it'll get snapped up. You gotta move. Pay attention if you
Level
want
up.
to stay alive.
No one will get hurt. I'll head there next. Shall I introduce myself?
Not many left on the field. We're edging closer to a head-to-head showdown.
That was close. Hey, level up. Oh, this?
New safe area established. If you're not in it, what are you doing?
Level up.
Impale!
Back off. There. Shall I introduce myself?
Heyo! The safe area.
Shall I
changes in
introduce
30
myself?
seconds. Be a good hero and hustle.
Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself? Level up. Level up. Hey. Go out of my way! This is bad! With my right! Back off! Can you handle it? I'm ready. Nothing but ash! Close range! Shall I introduce myself? No, this is bad! I'm burning! Follow through! Much
Safe
better.
area has moved. This report brought to you by Present Mike.
Impale! Shall I introduce myself? Not bad. Just a little more. Shall I introduce
You've got
myself?
30 seconds before the safe area moves. Better check on your ally.
With my right! Shall I introduce myself? Not bad. Inferno! Come at me! Shall I introduce myself? Out of your reach! Impale! I've got it! Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself? Out of your reach! Shall I introduce myself? Cremation! Yeah, thanks. Shall I? Damn. Shall I introduce myself? This is bad! With my right! Shall I introduce myself? I'm ready. No holding back! Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself?
I'm Shota Aizawa.
Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself? I'll knock them out with a smile.
New safe area established. If you're not in
I'll
it,
knock them
what are
out
you
with a
doing?
smile. I'll knock them out with a smile. Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself?
I'm Shota Aizawa. Greetings.
The safe area moves in 30
I'll take it.
seconds. I repeat, 30 seconds.
Hey, level up.
Unbelievable. Let's go.
I'll take it.
One of those
Level up.
rational falsehoods.
Shall I introduce myself?
Nothing but ass.
I don't think so. Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself? Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks. Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself?
Cremation. Inferno. Nothing but ash. Cremation. Inferno.
An opening. Shall I introduce myself?
Nothing but ash. Too late. Come at me. Too late.
An opening.
Inferno. Combustion. Nothing but ash.
Smolder. Shall I introduce myself?
Cremation. Too late. And that's Inferno. The safe area. I'll warn you.
Shall I introduce myself? Hey,
Unbelievable.
shall I introduce myself? I'll knock them out with a smile.
Nothing but ash. 30 seconds till the safe area moves. You'll get swallowed up if you're not careful.
Hey. I failed.
Unbelievable.
I'm not. I'll knock them out with a smile.
Unbelievable.
All healed. Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself? Damn.
Not good.
I'm like the Hand Crusher or something. I'm like the Hand Crusher or something. Shall I introduce myself?
I'm Shota Aizawa. Greetings.
Shall I introduce myself? Shall I introduce myself? Not bad.
And that's the new safe area. I'll warn you when it's gonna move again.
That was close. All healed. That was close. All healed. Not bad. That was close.
And then there were two. Pull out all the stuff. It says. them strong, huh?
I'll knock them out. Shall I introduce myself? I'm like the Hand Crusher or something. Shall I introduce myself?
That's real firepower.